Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that a single penny, a simple copper-colored 1-cent coin from 1995 bearing the tiny D mint mark, could be worth a jaw-dropping $23 million? Yes, you heard that right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent, something most people wouldn't even bother picking up off the street, might be hiding in your pocket change, and if it's the right one, it could be the key to unimaginable fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the unexpected, mysterious, and absolutely captivating story of the 1995 USA 1-cent coin, a story that has numismatists intrigued, collectors on high alert, and history enthusiasts scratching their heads. Sit tight, because this story isn't just about a coin, it's about mystery, rarity, human error, the unexplainable spike in value, and how history, in its own strange way, sometimes turns the mundane into a masterpiece. To understand how a penny from 1995 could command such an astronomical value, we need to rewind the clock. The mid-1990s were a fascinating time in American coin production. The Denver Mint was humming with activity, churning out billions of coins each year, and among them were the Lincoln cents, featuring the familiar profile of the 16th president on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. On the surface, 1995 was just another year for coin production. No significant design changes, no dramatic minting overhauls. But as history would prove, sometimes the most valuable items emerge from seemingly ordinary circumstances. Most 1995 D pennies are worth exactly what you'd expect, 1 cent. Maybe a few could fetch a modest premium in uncirculated condition or with some minor die variation. But every once in a while, one coin will break the mold entirely. That's where this story begins. Rumors started to swirl in the late 2000s that a specific 1995 D penny had sold privately for over $1 million. At first, many dismissed it as an urban legend. After all, how could a modern coin with no obvious errors be worth so much? The answer lies in a combination of ultra-rarity, speculation, historical mystery, and perhaps a bit of myth-making. Some experts believe that only a handful, perhaps as few as 3, 1995 D pennies were struck using a prototype die that was never meant to be used for circulation. This die, they theorize, was part of a testing phase for a never-released version of the penny with slightly different relief details and micro-engraved features. It was supposedly part of a classified internal program at the Denver Mint to experiment with anti-counterfeit features, long before such technology became commonplace in U.S. coinage. So how did these prototype coins get released into circulation? That's where things get murky. Some say it was an honest mistake, a mix-up on the production floor during a high-volume minting cycle. Others claim it was an inside job, an intentional release by someone working at the Mint who understood the potential value of these experimental pieces. Regardless of how it happened, these coins made it out into the world, indistinguishable to the average eye, but extraordinary to the trained expert. One of the most talked about examples surfaced in 2011, when a private collector reportedly acquired one through a dealer who had no idea what he was holding. The collector, a former numismatic researcher, instantly recognized subtle anomalies in the coin's design, specifically the higher-than-usual relief on Lincoln's coat, the minuscule deviation in the typography of the word liberty, and a ghost-like double profile that was not the result of a traditional double die error. He sent the coin for authentication, and while major grading companies remained tight-lipped, whispers in the collecting community suggested that the coin's features were unlike anything ever documented. Within months, the coin had quietly changed hands again, this time for a figure that stunned insiders. $2.7 million. Then $4.9 million in a later trade. By the time it hit its fourth known sale, the price tag had ballooned to an astounding $23 million. The buyer? A tech entrepreneur with a passion for collecting anomalies, items that defied logic and convention. He believed the coin represented a unique intersection of government secrecy, historical error, and hidden value. With the coin's value rising, speculation exploded. Treasure hunters scoured their change jars. eBay listings for 1995 D penny surged, most of them common coins, but all hoping to be the next $1 million find. Coin forums lit up with photos, theories, and debates. Some experts cautioned that without clear evidence of additional prototype coins, the value was more speculation than substance. Others argued that the known specimen's unique features and mysterious backstory were more than enough to justify the price tag. Adding another layer to the mystery was a leaked internal memo from a former Mint employee who claimed that in late 1994, the Denver Mint had indeed conducted experimental strikes using modified dies to test durability under high-speed minting conditions. These dies were reportedly destroyed, but not before several test strikes were made. According to the memo, at least one roll of test-struck coins was accidentally mixed into the general coinage batch and shipped out. If true, that means more of these prototype 1995 D pennies could be out there, waiting to be discovered. The legend continued to grow in 2018 when another possible candidate emerged in a coin shop in Oklahoma. A young collector brought in a handful of pennies he'd saved from his grandfather's old jar, and among them was a 1995 D with striking similarities to the rumored prototype. The shop owner, though skeptical, sent it in for further analysis. The results, while not conclusive, suggested unusual die wear and design anomalies consistent with the previously confirmed multi-million-dollar specimen. Though the coin was never sold publicly, it remains in a private collection, with experts estimating its potential value between $10 million and $18 million if it's ever officially confirmed as a second prototype. Stories like these spark not just interest, but obsession. The hunt for rare coins becomes a blend of detective work, passion, and pure luck. With just a magnifying glass and a dream, collectors around the world began to hope that their 1995 D penny might be the next hidden treasure. And it's not just about the money, it's about the thrill, the idea that something so valuable could be hiding in plain sight. That a coin passed from hand to hand, through vending machines, cash registers, and tip jars, might hold secrets no one ever noticed. In recent years, documentaries, blogs, and YouTube videos have tried to piece together the full story. They've tracked the chain of ownership, interviewed numismatists, even attempted to recreate the events at the mint using historical data and testimony. But the full picture remains elusive. Was it a simple error or a calculated leak? Was the coin part of a known experimental program or an undocumented anomaly? Could there be more out there, or is this truly a once-in-history fluke? What we do know is this: the 1995 D 1-cent coin has earned a place in the pantheon of legendary U.S. coins. It stands shoulder to shoulder with the 1943 copper penny, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, and the 1804 silver dollar, all coins that transformed from pocket change to priceless relics. And unlike many of those coins, which are held in museums or locked in elite collections, the 1995 D remains shrouded in mystery, its full story still unfolding. It's the kind of tale that captures the imagination. A simple coin, forgotten in a drawer, found by chance, turns out to be a one-in-a-billion treasure. It reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry immense stories, and sometimes, incredible value. So next time you're sorting through your change, don't be too quick to toss aside that dull little penny. Take a second look. You never know what history you might be holding, and if you enjoyed diving into this extraordinary coin mystery, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more unbelievable historical finds, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story that could change your perspective, and maybe even your bank account. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting.